Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode 157 of the Level Up program, and it's day number 72 of the Purple Belt. We have got 2 more days after today left on the Purple Belt, and we'll be starting the Brown Belt starting next week. And we're going to continue on with this Yuri style of throw down a table, and we've got SJ in the chat, and we've got CCC, California Craps Club, in the chat as well. So welcome, guys. For playing Crapsee, the code is C4C2E2, and we're going to continue on also with that 5454 hardway set. So let's get KPI roll tracker engaged. And the first day we did this Yuri style, and we're going to call it the Yuri dribble because we're dribbling the dice down the table. So the first day we did the Yuri dribble, we had 7 shooters, and only 2 of them were remotely decent, approaching that double-digit roll. The rest of them were all 0.7 outs, or we had a 1-8, I think, or 6 or 8, one of the two. Yesterday we had 3 decent rolls. We had a 9, a 12, and I think like a 24 or 25 roller. And then we had 2 shorter rolls. So I'm gonna keep separate statistics in Bone Tracker with this style of roll, and we'll see how it turns out. So far, the 6s, the 8s, and the 4s have been very strong numbers. And we've been throwing 1 die off axis. Before we go any further, though, I want to give my prayers out to Chiro from Midmo Yo YouTube channel. I believe he was in the hospital yesterday, went home, and went back to the hospital and was airlifted to a different hospital for an emergency surgery. I believe it was heart related, but I'm not exactly sure. So our best wishes go out to Chiro, and hopefully a safe and fast, healthy return to his normal routine. But let's get started here, guys. We're going to go with the Horseman, $100 Horseman again to start off with our betting. So we're going to go $100 on a don't pass. And we got all bets set, dice out. Again, we're going to go with the Yuri grip, and then we're going to dribble it or roll it straight down the table here. So I'm going to use my pinky so I can rotate the dice so they're square to the table, they're square to the back wall. We're just going to go a slight backswing, and just going to roll it right down the table. And we starting off with a 4-5 Big Mac hard 9. So 9 will be our first point. And I have not done any warm-up throws today, so if you look at that throw, that actually felt really, really comfortable. Good morning, Navaldo. Really, really comfortable going down the first time. We're going to go with a $100 combat. And if you watch the view on the right side of a screen here, you'll see the dice actually dribble or bounce right down the table. And I think the bounce starts somewhere right around in here, which is right about at that don't pass mark on the right side of the table there. So all bets set and dice out. I'm on my tippy toes so I can get into the table a little bit further. We hit the landmines down there, and when we hit the landmines, that's what happens, guys. You got a 3-4-7, and that is a double pitch. So we got a 0.7 out. And again, guys, as like yesterday, we start slow, but hopefully we'll be able to warm up as we get going with this throw. We made $200 off of this throw with that Horseman. We had a $100 combat, so that gets paid out. We had a $100 don't pass, so that gets paid out as well. So we made $200 profit off of that shooter. So bet appropriately, guys, until we get going and we know how the roll's going to go for the day. 5454. Good morning, Coach Joe. And $100 don't pass. I'll bet set. Dice out. That left eye kind of veered off a little bit. We have a 257. That would be the Bruce. Do not become shark bait. So sevens are pretty prominent to start off with. That is a loss off of that first row. We'll go up one more time on that don't pass, and then we will not do it again if we get hit on it. So $100 don't pass. 5454 hardware set, and I'll bet set. And again, that was another on-axis double pitch. So the double pitches are showing up, and their dice are staying on axis. At least all three of the first rolls that are on here are on axis here. So, interesting. So Navalda says, have you ever tried tossing from the far end of the table? I'm curious to know if the toss works better from further back. I have not tried using this toss from the end of the table. When I first started throwing a dice before the level up program started, though, I actually did throw from the end of the table. That was my preferred throwing position. Once I started the level up program here, stick left 1 is my preferred position. And we're going to start doing some different positions in the brown belt level. So we'll be probably attacking stick right 1 next, and then we'll be going to the end of the table, also probably in the brown belt level. So, dice out. And we got a 369, 1 dice off axis. That would be the center field 9. So hopefully my live stream goes through today without a hitch. As we are speaking right now, it is thundering and lightning outside in Wisconsin. We have some mini storms running through the area here, so hopefully our connection goes well throughout the stream for the next hour. So we have a point of 9. That is our second 9 for the day. So we've had 2 9s and 2 big reds. $100 come bet. And we've got only 2 people in Crapsee right now. There's only 8 people following along on YouTube. Make sure that you do say hi in the chat, guys, when you go on YouTube. Make sure that we know that you're there so we can say hi in return. Dice out. And that left eye hit the back wall and it bounced right out. And we have a 1-1-2 magic aces. That'll help for those of you pointing to H. Yes, that will hurt me because I am on that come bet. So that's going to be a come bet loser for me. So that was bet number 3. Now I have 1 more bet coming out for bet number 4. And then I'm done with the come bets and the don't pass bets for the horsemen here until we get our bets resolved. So this first one was a $200 winner. So far, we're a $200 loser so far. So we're at break even for the day right now, and I'll bet set. Dice up. And now I went a little bit further down the table before it actually landed. I probably got down to about the mid part of the right side here. But we have a 5-6 mid-mo-yo, and that is to pay respects to Chiro, who, again, like I said, I believe is in the hospital. Had an emergency surgery last night. So, again, best wishes goes out to him. And that is a combat winner, so we're just going to collect that. So at the current moment, we are still $100 down. So we're going to hopefully get that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm saying hopefully that don't pass pays out. But Guys, I want to see how if we can get these rolls to go a little bit longer. Navalda's saying that he says he might find it more comfortable without having to stand on my toes. Also, my arm follows a more natural movement by tossing forward rather than sideways. Um, and that may well be from the end of the table. The reason, and this is just kind of the reason I'm trying to throw out is there's two reasons. One, I saw Howard Rock and Roller on the Chef Dice channel showing how to do this roll. But the second reason is the last few times, guys, that I've been going to the casino, I've been throwing my normal throw, and people are putting their chips. And my casino, the pass line goes all the way down to here. So it's about 3 to 4 inches, let's say 4 to 5 inches away from the back wall. And people are putting their chips right here, right where my landing zone was, or right before my landing zone. So it was actually throwing my concentration off. So that's why I'm trying to do this rolling type thing. And this is why I'm standing my toes, so I can get out further onto the table rather than back here by the pass line where I normally go. When I'm on the pass line, I don't have to go my toes to reach in. When I'm out further, I have to go on my toes. Now, Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps mentions that sometimes when he gets into land zones, his long arms and legs allows him to get out further into that field or that combat area, and he can throw that area as well. So this is kind of the reasoning why I'm doing this. I'm not short, but I'm not tall either. So in order to get a good leverage point here, I'm trying to go on my toes there. We got a 2-5 Bruce. So a little bit too much talking, but we did get paid out on that. Do not become shark bait. And we have another short roll. That was a 5 roller that time. So that don't pass does pay out, and we made a profit of nothing. We broke even on that one. So we're going to go one more time with this horseman, and then we're probably going to switch over to our normal betting strategy to see how it goes. So hopefully that makes sense of my explanation of why I'm going my toes right now. As far as the throwing backwards instead of sideways, I don't know. That's something we'll have to try as we go forward. So I'll bet set dice out. And we got a 5-2 Bruce again. So we are really double pitching a lot here. We're staying on axis, but we're throwing a lot of double pitches right now with this dice set. Now, to combat that, maybe what we could do, and we're not going to do that today because we're using the same dice set, but maybe what we could do, and this is stuff we're going to start exploring in the brown belt, is just quarter turning that dice so we're a little bit off. So Clay is saying try swing through of tossing it down the table at the shot. It makes them tumble better. So try a swing through of tossing it down. I'm not exactly sure what you're saying, Clay. I do know that I talked to Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps, and this is a throw that Clay actually does use when he's shooting from stick right one, and he throws it to the hook or the opposite corner of the wall from where he's standing. So not sure what that means in your chat there. Nice up. And we have a 3-4-7, so we are just hitting those double pitches. Again, the dice are staying on axis. I think we've only had one of our throws that went off axis. The rest of them, 2 of them went off axis. The rest of them have all been on axis. Drive them down into the table with the follow through. Okay. And that was a 7, so that was a little loser in our don't pass. Again, we'll go one more time. This is bet number 2 here. Actually, this is bet number 3. So pass line is winning on these come outs. I'm not sure if that was what you're saying there, Clay. We have a 2-1-3 Alfredo sauce. Now one kind of skipped right down the table a little bit sooner. If that's what you're kind of referring to, what I just did, I don't know if that'll be comfortable or not for me. We'll see. 5-4, 5-4 hard reset. Still looking for a point. This is going to be at bet number 4 for us. So we had 2 losers, 1 winner. All bet set. If we can get this one set, we might switch over to some 6, 7, 8 Jacob style. And we have a 3-1-4 Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So that one I tried to throw it down into the table a little more like you suggested, Clay. I think that was right. And that first one kind of had a hop, and it seemed to throw that dice off a little bit. We did go the off axis on one of them there. So we have a 4 for our points. So let's go with this little 6, 7, 8 here. Let's go with a $30 6 and 8. We have a $100 don't pass, so that way we have a little bit more coming back if it does 7 out, but we will be collecting on that 6 and that 8. So 5-4, 5-4 hard right set, all bet set, and dice out. Dice split apart when they left my fingers, but we have the 4-5 Big Mac hard 9. So finally are getting had quite a few come-outs on this shooter so far. Took us 4 shots to get a point established. And again, we're going to go same bet here. $30 on a 6 and 8. We have $100 on that don't pass. 10 people watching on YouTube. Dice out. And we got a 4-1-5 horse and buggy. So again, 1 dice off axis. And I ran the results from yesterday, analyzed the results from yesterday, and it's expected to be 44% of our throws to be both dice on axis, and we came in at about 51% of both of our dice were on axis with this style, and that was just yesterday's results. And I think 11% was supposed to be both dice off axis. We came in at about 10% on both dice off axis. So something to kind of look at. We only got 3 people in Crapsee today. We got 10 people on YouTube, so it is a slow day on the live stream. Hopefully we'll be picking up as the day goes. Dice out. And we have a 2, 3, 5. That would be the Michael Jordan. No field 5. So that's 2 5s in a row, but they're different types of 5s. That was an on-axis one. This one here is single pitch on axis. That's a very valid point there, Navaldo. Navaldo's saying if you position yourself at the end of the table, you can get more to towards the center of the table, so you don't have to reach out from the side, so I don't have to reach out as far. So that's a valid point. And I'm only standing at the table here. I'm only probably about 2.5 feet from the end of the table, so it's not that big, that much further of a distance. But he says you'll have to navigate more landmines. Well, that I think you could probably get around a little bit faster, because I'm more worried about the pass line right down the line here. People that are, stick right 1, 2, and 3. Them are the ones that seem to be bothering me with my normal throw. So we got all bets set. Dice out. And this reaching out a little bit further will let me get away from those, because not many people go on the don't pass there. And we have another 2, 3, 5. So we are getting consistent rolls now. We got away from that double pitch. We're getting to the single pitch consistency now. So since we're hitting that 5 so much, let's take that 6 and move it over to the 5 and see if that makes a difference. Actually, let's do this once. Let's leave the 6 and 8 up there. Let's hop the 5s once. Oh, that probably makes a little more sense. So let's hop the 5s for, say, $2 a piece. There we go. That'll probably work a little bit better. 5, 4, 5, 4. And again, this is kind of seeing what numbers are hitting and trying to go with that. So we have 3 5s in a row. So Clay says, think of the toss as bowling, low starting, and then drive them down. I see what you're saying. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So what you're saying is coming in and just setting them down. So correct me if I'm wrong here, Clay. Right now my dice are touching down right about at the don't pass line. Let's see. Right at the right side there, and you're saying start the roll over in here more then, instead of down here, is what I'm guessing you're saying. So let's try that once. We'll start a little bit earlier, and kind of like a bowling ball. And again, we're just kind of playing around with this for now. And we got a 2, 6 Duracell 8. Go out and support live craps. And that one seemed to pick up a lot more energy coming off that back wall. So if I roll it from earlier on here, like using that bowling analogy, maybe I might have to tone the energy down a little bit for the dice as they roll down. So I was a winner on that one. So we're going to take a couple more. We're just collecting right now. And all bets set. Dice out. And we got a 5-1 mixer. So that time both dice went down. The right one did not make it all the way down. They kind of veered to the left a little bit. So your landing zone is just past the prop area, okay. And I was going just a little bit further down when I originally was doing it. So you're saying come back another 6 to 8 inches. So that's doable. Let's try that. Okay. And we'll go all bets set. We're just collecting right now. And that was not the point. That's out. And we got midnight, all the dots and all the spots. So that is both dice off axis that time. And nobody must be pointing to ATS, so I have no idea if we hit the tall, the small, or where we're at on that. Because none of my numbers on top are lined up. Let's see what they look like on, looks like on KPI, all we need to do is hit that 2. And if we hit the 2, that will be the small. And the tall, we still need the 10, 11 yet. So we got all bet set, 5-4, 5-4 hard. We're set. And we got magic aces again, 1-1-2. So I'm pulled the landing zone back a little bit, Clay. So I'm getting to right about here. Right about there with my landing zone, somewhere in there, and it's actually both dice going off axis. If I go a little bit further down, I seem to be keeping both on axis, but I was having problems with the double pitch then. So maybe somewhere halfway in between is where I need to be. And all bet set. Dice out. And we have a 1-2-3 Alfredo sauce. So maybe we need to get on to the hot bets, or the field. Yeah, let's do that. We're playing almost Iron Cross. Almost. We're not going to pick up that 5 right now because we seem to be off that 5 number. So let's put a quarter on the field. So we're still going to come out ahead if that bad number does roll. And we're definitely in the double-digit numbers now. 5-4, 5-4. Face out. And we got the 4-3-7. Ouch. So we're back on access, double pitching again. So again, that time I brought my landing zone probably somewhere right over from that come area there, where my camera view is at. So let's go back to our normal betting now. So we're gonna go $30 on that pass line. We're gonna go $5 on a crap check. We're gonna go 5-5-5 on that ATS. And we will call that all bet set. And this is we shooter number 4. So let's get a little bit of length to this one as well. Nice out. And we got a 4-1-5 horse and buggy. So 5 will be our point. And let's go with 88 inside, point included. Let me take that down. Let's do this again. So 88. There we go. Okay, so we got $20 on a 5 and 9. We got 24 on the 6 and 8. We'll go all bets set here. 5, 4, 5, 4. So many things that are running through my mind right now. So Clay says my shot is bouncing instead of tumbling at the bottom wall. I think driving it down with follow through. So my shot is bouncing instead of tumbling. So instead of you're tumbling, you mean by rolling, I would imagine, and you're saying they're bouncing into the back wall is what I'm taking it as. So let's see if we can fix that a little bit. Remember that my table is a semi-bouncy table. I'm not sure if that does make a difference. And we have a double degen, the 3-3 hard 6. So that again is both dice off axis. And that's going to allow us to go with 22 pressure. They should run, not bounce. And yes, okay. So I'm kind of on the right track there. So we're going to go 22 pressure on this. We're at 110 inside right now. We'll take one hit at this and then we'll come down to the 66 bet level, or 66 inside. 5, 4, 5, 4. And all bets set. And we have a 2-1, a 1-2 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. One die off axis. And they kind of veered, so I'm guessing my wrist was twisted a little bit there. And it was not a smooth release. Okay, that helps with the ATS though. So we need a 2 and 4 for the small. 5, 4, 5, 4. So I will say this, between yesterday and today, though, we are hitting quite a variety of numbers towards that ATS. We have not hit either one of them yet. All bet set. We have not hit either one of the. Actually, we hit the tall yesterday, I think it was. But we came close to hitting a small. I think we're only one number away from hitting it. I'm guessing that was what you're talking about right there, Clay, where they just kind of ran down the table. And we got a 4-2-6. That would be the 2x4. That's not a 3, guys, that it rolled. It's a 4-2. So that's going to allow us to come down on our bets now. We're going to go to the 66 inside level. Inside bet level. So we are going to take one more hit here. The first hit will be a collect. And then we're going to start our trend betting pressing system. 5, 4, 5, 4. 11 people are watching on YouTube right now. Welcome, everyone. Make sure you say hi in the chat. There we go. That's, I think, what you're looking for, what you're suggesting, Clay. But unfortunately, we got both dice off axis that time. We have a 1, 6, 7. So fortunately, we were able to get our reduction in our bets, reduce our bets. We came out just a small loss there. So people are bouncing in and out today. $30 pass line bet. We're going to go $5 craps check, 5, 5, 5, and an ATS. And I'll bet set. 5, 4, 5, 4. And I know you cannot hear that on my Good Morning Uncle Hoku I know you cannot hear this on my microphone, Clay, but that last two of them sounded exactly what you just said. Sounded like mice running through the attic. So I know exactly what you're talking about on that one now. And we have a 5-4 Big Mac hard 9. So that one actually ended up really nice flat up against the wall. They kind of came and they just rolled right off. They didn't bounce far out. So 9 is our new point. And guys, if you're just joining in, a couple things. One, we're kind of playing around with this Yuri dribble or toss or mice running through the attic throw. So the numbers are not that good because I'm trying a whole bunch of different things. I'm not doing anything consistent so far. Second thing is, guys, make sure you give out thoughts and prayers to Chiro, who was in the hospital right now. I believe he has some heart-related problems. He was airlifted to a different hospital last night to have an emergency surgery. So hopefully everything went well with him and that he is in good spirits and good health. We're going to go 88 inside with our bets. And I'll bet set, dice out. 5-4, 5-4. So that is getting it down. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I appreciate the constructive criticism, Clay. I really do. That helps me a lot. This is all about the journey for all of us. We have a 213 Alfredo sauce. This is a journey for all of us, you know, and every little bit of help that you guys can give out to me to help me progress along this journey is greatly appreciated. And, you know, a lot of it are great tips, some of them not so much, but, you know, we're working together and hopefully getting a good result at the end. 5-4, 5-4, dice out. And we have a 2-6, I'm sorry, 2-4-6, 2x4. So that's going to allow us to do 22 pressure. And 5-4, 5-4. So what I'm doing now as I'm throwing this, so you did learn this from Howard years ago, okay? Awesome. What I'm actually concentrating on is actually throwing a bowling ball right now. So that's a great analogy, and that's a great visual to have as you're releasing the dice down the table. And we got the double pitch again. 2-5-7 Bruce. Do not become shark bait. So another short roll. Let's do this for shits and giggles, guys. Let's go back to our normal style of throwing here. Let's see what happens. I appreciate the compliment, Navaldo. We're gonna go $30 pass line bet, $5 craps check, 555 on the ATS, and I have not thrown my normal throw for a couple days now. So let's see how this goes. Let's go to our 5-4-5-4 hard reset, normal throw, and I'll bet set. So we are not going to do the Yuri dribble today. We're gonna right now we're gonna go back to our normal toss. Wow. Maybe I should stick with my regular one, but we have a 4-4 hard 8 square pair. That was like somewhere halfway in between. Wow. That was not anywhere close to my normal. That when you're doing that Yuri thing now, that tends to throw things off a little bit. So Let's see if we can get back to our normal arc, our normal release. And we're going to go 22 in, I'm sorry, we're going to go 88 inside. Okay. Hey, I'll bet that. There we go. And we got 358. That one felt better for a normal throw. So we're going to go 22 pressure. That was our point, by the way. We hit our point. So we'll go 22 pressure when we get a new point established. Again, we're going to go with, we'll drop our pass line down to $25 now. We're going to go with a $3 craps check. Remember, the pass line here is on my system is made to help cover that ATS. So now we're putting that ATS for free because we made that $30 pass line. So we have a $25 pass line. Let's go $15 pass line because I'm going to play this as if it's a $15 table. And I'll bet set. Ace out. And we have a 369 center field 9. So that is a big difference in feel between the normal throw and the Yuri dribble. Yeah, that is a huge switch in difference. Took me one or two throws here. Now it feels better, but to get it over, that's kind of weird. So 9 is our point. We're going to go 22 pressure because we had hit that inside bet on that last throw. So I'll bet set. Dice out. And again, yes, this is a kind of a precursor to the brown belt level that's coming up. And we have a 6-4-10 Waylon's best friend weighing it in, Daddy Joe. Kind of a precursor to the brown belt level, because the brown belt level we're going to be starting to throw from different positions. We're going to try different throws, different dice sets, adjusting possibly at the table, so we can adjust for table conditions to the dice sets, and the day, because every day is slightly different as well. Good morning, Mac. So if you go back, today's Wednesday, if you go back to episode 155, I believe it is, I give an explanation of why I tried doing this throw. But the short story is, this is something that Howard Rock and Roller showed Chef Dice, and apparently he showed Clay Hall this also. This style of throw, and it's using the Yuri grip, which is the grip that I always use, but it's dribbling it or rolling it down the table. My question that I had with this was, do you get heat from the casino? And Jeff, when I talked to him the other day, said the only time that Clay gets heat from this is if it bounces off and hits the dealer chips. We'll go all bet set here, guys. So that's the only time he's seen Clay get heat with this style of throw. Because it's very different, in my opinion, it is at least. Dice out. Landed right on top of the chips, but we got midnight. All the dots and all the spots. So that one threw that one off, that chips threw that one dice off. That does help with that ATS. So all we need is the mid-mo yo, and we're going to hit that tall. We have no small numbers hit so far. 5-4, 5-4. And all bet set. Dice up. And we have a 314 Big Joe from Crapsee Journey. So that one was kind of a flat throw. I lost a little bit of my arc on that. Again, we're looking for one more inside hit so we can come down to that 66 inside bet level. And all bets set. Dice out. And we're in top the chips again, but we have the hard 4 this time, the 2-2. And we'll put our chips back up on the stack. So that's kind of why I was going for that Yuri dribble, because these chips down there are kind of interfering with my landing zone, and that's one of the things that I'm finding a lot at the actual casino. So another 4. 4 is hot number right now, 2 times in a row. And all bets set. We're looking for either the 11 or one more inside hit so we can come down on our bets. Dice out. And we got another double digit, 3-3 hard 6. And that would be Chris from double digit. So that is our inside hit that we are looking for. So we can come down now to 66 inside. So all bets down. We'll go 66 inside. So we got 15 on a 5 and 9, 18 on a 6 and 8. Now bet set, and we're starting to hit a couple hard ways here. So what we might do on our next hit is we'll take that as and put that on our hard ways. He says the hardest thing for me when going to the running shot is tossing down instead of up. Yeah. I think that bowling ball analogy is an excellent way of thinking about it. And I think that'll help the transition for me a little bit better here. So, and we got the 4-4 hard 8 square pair. So that is another hard way. So, and that's also going to be a hit on this. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take that $21 that we just made off of that there, and we're going to go up on the hard ways for $5 a piece. And I'm going to be using the strategy. You guys, if you didn't see, Chris from Dice Dejan put out a video yesterday about the hard way progressions that he has. And he's going to do a follow-up video with that on how we can add it in with a regular strategy. So let's go $5 on each of the hard ways here, and we'll see if we can follow that progression level thing that he was talking about on his video, which is something I've used actually similarly in the past, although I don't play hard ways a lot. Dice out. That was a little bit hard, but we have another 314 Big Joe from Crapsee Journey. So we're going to lose that 4 on the hard way. And I'm not going to go up on it at the current moment. So 4 will come down. 5-4, 5-4. And all bets set. And we got the 5-2 Bruce. So this is another short run. The dice landed a little short. They split right apart. They came down super tight together. And that's what causes the dice to split apart like that. So there was no separation when they came down. So, but that was a double-digit roll there at the end. Oops. KPI needs to be changed there. Finished out with a 5-2. So let's go look at our statistics here for the day. Keep in mind, guys, that all of the rolls that we did today were using the Yuri dribble, I call it. The last one we did was using our normal throw. So we had 5 shooters for the Yuri, and only one of them was decent. The rest of them were not so great. The last one with our normal throw was an 11, which is an alright throw, I guess. But our box numbers and inside numbers are low, 4s and 10s are low. Come out 7s were off the charts because that's all we're throwing right in the beginning. Horns and fields were high. Hardways are high towards the end here, and we're in a dark side play. Our SOR is very poor today. We're in at 6.8. Yesterday was a 9.3. SRR of 4.6. So anyhow, hey guys, thanks for joining along today. Again, guys, if you have suggestions, comments, concerns, thoughts, any of that stuff, put that into the chat. This program, the Level Up program, is about dice throwing and learning to improve our mechanics and get better results as we go. And this is something that we should do all together and make this a journey for all of us. But hey, guys, thanks a lot. Hopefully you guys do come back tomorrow. And my name is Joe. This is my Crapsmaster Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Have a great day.